Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. Mars, don't worry. I'm going to open the game as soon as fast as I can. Don't worry, my friend. How's everyone doing? ¿Cómo estáis todos, gente? Nameless, bienvenidos, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Qué me cuentas? Mars, help, I'm at a restaurant because my brother has like a dinner with his friends and my earphones work so badly. It's lagging so badly, I don't know for how long I can actually be in this life for the beginning. Don't worry, Mars. Don't worry. You will. The bot channel will always be ready for you, just in case that you can't make it throughout the whole stream. And I'm going to jump into the game as fast as I can, so that maybe we can catch a glimpse of your wifey. Por aquí estamos, la verdad. No es mi mejor momento, pero oye, ay Dios, ¿qué ha pasado? Cuéntame tus penas. He vuelto al Club Penguin, pero eso no lo cerraron, como hace años. Alright. Oh. Well, that was weird. Bueno, a ver. Tiene una app ahora. Ah, they have an Club Penguin app now. Bueno. A ver, que te cuente, porque te tengo que resumir un poco lo que ha pasado en el directo de ayer. Básicamente, este señor muerto de envenenamiento. Estamos defendiendo a su hija, ¿vale? Y la hija es como que los dos no han salido de casa en 10 años, son otacos. Y resulta que el padre era como un forger, era un... Hacía copias de arte y las vendía, básicamente. Madre mía, mi wifi está muriendo. I will come back later once I got home so I can actually hear you and not just laggy cuts of the audio. Come on, Mars, you can do it, I believe in you. Have a good one, I'll see you later, my friend. Mi wifi está muriendo, Dios mío. Depressing, but I'll be back. See you later, hopefully soon. See you, Mars. Come back soon. Namely, ¿me escuchas bien? ¿Todo bien? Te puedo contar lo que ha pasado sin que se corte. Y bueno, resulta que el artista este está dando como una especie de... No te lo das cuenta. Está dando una entrevista con este señor, que es un señor que me da pánico, me da... Activa mi fight or flight response, porque esta persona no es humana, obviamente. Pero bueno, este es el testigo, básicamente. Y resulta... Sí, bueno, qué trauma, sí. Y resulta... ¿Vale? Resulta que este no era el verdadero artista. El verdadero artista que hacía las réplicas era su hija. Y eso lo hemos adivinado por un montón de cosas, pero básicamente a la víctima le mandaron este sobre hace 7 años. Este señor parece mis pesadillas, sí. A la víctima le envían este sobre hace 7 años que le dice, bueno, te pago para que me hagas esta réplica, no sé qué. Firma con este sello. ¿Qué pasa? El sello... El verdadero artista es la hija. Es la hija de la víctima. Básicamente. Es la hija, que es a la que estamos defendiendo. ¿Vale? Bueno, espérate. ¿Y qué pasa? Pasa que a la víctima le mandaron un sobre hace 7 años y el sobre venía con un sello envenenado. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? La víctima cogió el sello en la noche del crimen, lo chupó, ingiriendo el veneno, mandó la carta, mandó otra carta en un y se murió a los 15 minutos. Y claro, como antes de morir bebió de este café, ¿ves que hay una mancha azul ahí en el café? Eso es el veneno que sus labios dejaron en la taza de café y la gente y el jurado se piensa que lo mató la hija envenenando la taza de café. Y ahí es donde nos quedamos, básicamente. Sí, aquí es donde estaba el sello. Y estos son pinturas falsas que ha hecho la hija. Y cada una, por debajo de la pintura, hay un boceto, ¿no? Un boceto de la verdadera pintura. Y cada pintura es cada uno de los casos del juego, ¿no? Pues por ejemplo, en esta primera pintura estaban Fénix y la víctima del primer juego jugando al póker. En esta estaba el señor del stand de fideos empujándolo. Y en este estaba Gavin con la guitarra en llamas. Y no sabemos por qué. Tiene fotos de... Bueno, fotos. Porque tiene dibujos de nuestros casos. Esta chica, pero bueno. Y nos hemos quedado ahí. Alright, after the short recap for Nameless, let's continue. October 8th, 1:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 6. Ay, qué chulo. A ver, sí, es chulo, pero hay que tener en cuenta que no conocemos a esta chica de nada. Y ella conoce todos nuestros casos. Es vidente, yo lo sé. Hay videntes en esta franquicia, pero ella no es vidente en concreto.
Okay. So, where exactly does this leave us, Apollo?
Well, the Drew Mission who was killed wasn't Drew Mission the Forger, basically. Qué guapo Zarga haciéndome rica. Hombre, es que si no, no estamos en el mismo... En la misma onda. Es que si no, claro, así... No tiene gracia ver un juego con una historia si no estás siguiendo la historia, ¿sabes?
Well, then, who was he?
Well, he was actually... Llevo un poquito de lag, así que Slain, pero 10 segundos más tarde. Ay, ay. El Slain siempre llega eventualmente. Ah, fuá, vale. Otra cosa es que creemos que el sello envenenado no era para el padre, era para la hija. Y la niña esta no deja de echarse pinta uñas. Y yo estoy convencido de que le han debido de envenenar el pinta uñas para que se muerda las uñas y se muera. Guárdate esta información, yo estoy convencidísimo de eso. Doing her nails. So, you really made those forgeries? ¡Ey, cenando! Venga, Night, que te vaya bien la cena. Guapa. Tiene 19, es legal, te has salvado por poco.
Yes, for father.
Basta si sería yo con lo que me gusta hacerme las uñas.
I know, it was wrong. Can you tell us how it happened? My father was a painter. I loved painting ever since I was a child. One day, father saw it in me. He saw that I had the talent. Ah, the talent for making forgeries?
Salvada, por los pelos. Que estás cenando, Night, por cierto. Bueno, luego nos lo cuentas cuando termines de cenar.
How should I say it? It was not only paintings I made. Given the materials, I could make anything.
¿Anything?
Father was so proud and I so happy. But in the end, I was making those.
Forgeries.
I've never had a good constitution nor personality.
No, mi niña, no. You are doing great, Vera, don't worry. Ay, Dios. Ah, bueno, sí, lo que me ha pasado a mí. Me he despertado con el dedo pulgar izquierdo hinchado y apenas lo puedo mover. Me duele un montón. Entonces, estoy intentando distraer el dolor con el directo. Man, I woke up today with my left thumb all swollen up and in pain. No, de la mano. De la mano izquierda. The thumb from my finger. It's all swollen up. It hurts a lot. I can barely move it. So hopefully by playing the game I can distract myself from the pain. I have a medic check on Monday, so I will tell them, hey, this happens to me. Tengo una cita con el médico el lunes, no preocuparse, gente. ¿Pero te pegaste o algo? No, o sea, llevo como 2 semanas que me duele sí, me duele no. Pero justo hoy se ha hinchado un montón y me duele más que nunca. No recuerdo haberme pegado con nada, ha salido de repente.
I know very little of the world outside my door. Now, because of me, father is... Do you know about this red envelope? I remember that envelope. It was some time ago.
So, you were already a... Un momento, gente. Pues ojalá no sea nada. Será cosa del tendón. Y poco más. So, you were already You were already creating your works back then?
I started when I was only 12 years old.
Oh god, that's way too young. So, the one who figured out the stamp was poisoned, that was... Mr. Justice, it's time. To the courtroom, please. It was me, Mr. Justice. Right, out of time. Ah, sí, y también adivinamos quiénes eran los padres de Trilogy, pero creo que eso te lo conté por Discord.
Wait, Vera, just one more thing, please. Those 3 paintings in the studio. I painted those as part of my work. Right, see, we checked them out and we saw what was underneath. We saw the rough sketches underneath the 3 finished paintings.
Ahí están. Sí, qué fuerte lo de los padres, sí, sí. Perdón, no estaba escuchando, ahora me pongo los cascos que ando preparando la cena. Nada, nada. Sin problema, Night.
I see. Mr. Justice.
¿Yes?
Father, he knew of you. Of both of you.
Your late father?
He was watching, gathering information. All about the right and call law offices. But lately we're not doing just law. Yes, you do tricks, gags to amuse and play piano. Well, they're not really gags. Yet, when father heard you had resumed the legal business... Ah, how pleased he was.
Interesante. El padre estaba feliz de que hiciéramos abogacía. The father was like happy that we came back to law, apparently.
Who was Mr. Meacham?
How am I supposed to know?
What if he was Daddy's daddy?
Daddy's daddy. Liwi, hey Demensito, ¿qué tal? Judging from the relative ages involved, I would say it's highly unlikely. Things are already confusing enough with all these daddies running around. We know that the victim's daughter, Vera, was the forger. What does this mean for the case? Guess we're about to find out. Ay, mi dedo. October 8th, 1:36 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Va descalza. Why doesn't she have any shoes? She's only wearing socks. Court is now back in session. Oh, se está mordiendo las uñas. She's biting her nails. Chat. Vera seems pretty tense. She's practically chewing her fingernails off. Vera, that's not a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea, Vera. Perhaps you could begin by telling us how it all looked. How it all worked. How do you say that this Drew Mission Forger persona? There's that stare again. She's drilling more holes into his head.
I know it's hard for you, but hey, he's a handsome guy.
Wow! More Clavier Apollo. I know it's hard for you, Apollo, but hey, he's a handsome guy. More Apollo. Ya está de menos yo a mi guarra favorita de este juego. What's hard? You, Apollo, you don't want me to answer that question. Gay, homosexual, gay. Very well, miss, if you would. Did you really make those detestable forgeries? Perhaps you would rather answer my question. Were you the one who painted that painting? The remarkably similar one.
Yes.
Apolo, you también es una respuesta. ¿Puedes estar sin sipear un segundo? No. O sea, tú sabes perfectamente en lo que te metías, Davencito. Esto ya es culpa tuya directamente.
I painted it, yes.
Entendible, tengan un buen día. Bueno, Knight, ¿qué has tenido de cena? Ahora que... ¿O qué vas a tener de cena?
Father praised me quite highly for it.
So, she was the one who made the forgeries.
Yet, she did not wish to reveal the truth of their operation. So, the victim was a stand-in, a decoy.
No lo sabía, sí que lo sabías. Se ha intentado. ¡Ey, la yaya! Sigo cenando crema de calabacín. ¡Oh, qué bueno, por Dios! ¿Cómo me entra una crema de calabacín ahora mismo? Yo me he comido 5 octavos de una pizza de pollo del Mercadona. Yay.
To the world at large, he was the forger, not her.
También llamado puré. Girl, you have to stop biting your nails like that.
I've done a bad thing.
10 de 10 la pizza, riquísima. Me la habría comido entera, no sé, porque mi padre también tenía que cenar.
I've done a bad thing. I have, haven't I?
Regardless, we need a little more information. About, for instance, this. You have seen this before, yeah?
Yes, it was in the desk drawer.
Very well, you may proceed with your testimony. Tell us everything you know about this envelope.
Pizza. Ahora quiero una pizza de setas. A mí no me gustan las pizzas de setas. I hate mushrooms in general. Like most mushroom plates, I don't really like. And mushrooms on pizza, they're like a big no-no for me. I do like. Me gusta el puré de setas, eso sí. De champiñones. Al final me entra hambre. ¿Qué es esto, el izakaya? What is this? ¿The izakaya game? The red envelope.
I created things and father sold them. This envelope came after my first work. That was other than a painting. Father handled the deal, all of it.
Otro mal gusto, broma. No.
I received the stamp that was in that envelope. It was after that job that we moved to the current studio.
Cuidado, Zark, yo que tú no pides de comida. Al final, por un lado o por otro, te funan. A ver, eso es. Pero eso es con todo en la vida en general. Pa' gusto. ¿Sabes? O sea. Yo, Mark. ¿Qué tal? Las setas son god. A mí solamente me gusta la crema de champiñones. Las setas en físico no me gustan. Son como muy blanditas para mí.
Oh, there certainly was much of great interest in your testimony.
Not that the witness realizes it.
Very well, please begin the cross-examination.
Right, okay. I need more information about this forger. This Drew Misham. Tartufi e fungi del Tagliatella. Por eso. No, porque hay respuestas correctas en esta vida, como que te guste Clavier. Si me invitan que el Tagliatella es caro. I love you, chat. Os quiero mucho, gente. Gracias por pasaros y por dedicarme vuestro tiempo y todo, de verdad. Ay. So, these things you were making, you mean paintings identical to other paintings, right?
The closer they were, the happier father was.
No, la tenía como esclava. No, le metió en un esquema Ponzi a la niña, el padre.
I was happy to.
Still, you are quite young now. When did you begin this work?
My first painting sold when I was 12.
Your Honor, she had no idea what she was doing was illegal. Persona 5, oh no.
Listen there, little attorney. You're not here to defend her for the crime of forgery.
Ah, true. Please tell us more about this envelope. It's an envelope that may very well have killed your father.
All right.
¿Qué pasa mientras no estuve? Nada, que adivinamos que la niña es la que hacía las réplicas, los cuadros falsos, los hace ella, no el padre. Básicamente. Y el padre creemos que murió porque chupó un sello que está envenenado que le mandaron en el sobre rojo de hace 7 años. By other than a painting, you mean? You had only done paintings up to that point?
Yes. But father had a realization. He noticed my talent extended to making things other than paintings.
For instance?
For instance, a letter someone had written. Or a fingerprint left upon a cup. Or a signature on a document. A seal upon a letter.
None of these mixers sound very innocent at all.
And the $100,000 promised in this letter was the start. The beginning of a new industry for the Drew Mission.
A new industry?
The creation of items to be used in criminal proceedings. Forging evidence, in other words.
Uh-oh. Tú te ríes, pero yo de fondo estoy jugando a un juego de colonizadores. Don't we all? No, eso es lo típico. ¿Qué juego es, por cierto? Sí, si no te importa que te pregunte. So, you didn't know how the things you were making were being used.
I enjoy painting very much.
I think I understand. The Frolin has lived in an unusual little world.
Can you tell us what happened to the papers that were in this envelope?
Father signed them and sent them back, I believe.
Did he follow the instructions? Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp.
This is rather important matter. Give your answer some thought.
Oh, tenemos un bot, gente. We have a bot in chat. Give me a moment. Pim, pam. Trucu. Trucu. Bigón. Fine. No es Fine. Se me ha adelantado y concretamente estoy con el libro 3. Interesante. Luego lo busco. Me hace gracia que el juego se parece a Pazos 64. Damiancito, ya hemos hablado de esto. No todas las personas con barba se parecen a Pazos. Pazos se parece a todas las personas con barba. No, Fine. What do you mean you received it? Suerte. Ey, Sirtodoxis, gracias por pasarte, amigo. Espero que tengas una buena noche.
Did I do something wrong?
You didn't use that stamp because it was dangerous, correct? Deadly poison. On the back, a true quinine.
A moment, Hell Forehead. You can't force an answer upon a witness. Now then, perhaps, you would tell me, Frolin Vera, why did you receive this stamp?
Is something wrong?
It was beautiful.
Ah, you mean it was one of those commemorative stamps?
Yes, I think it was.
So, you didn't know about the poison? I guess not.
So the trap failed by chance, by mistake. Thanks to this commemorative stamp.
Oh, quite a close call.
You mean you moved to where the current Drew studio is?
Yes, with so very few people there. I began drawing picture books.
This single job had tied them to the criminal underworld. I would think Mr. Misham wished to reduce their visibility in the world at large.
When we had to meet someone for some reason, Father posed as the creator of the work.
So, that was the real essence of the artist, Drew Misham. Oli, soy el Damiancito robando el ordenador de Víctor. Increíble. Hola, Víctor, que no es Damiancito. Digo, hola, Damiancito, que no es Víctor. ¿Cómo estás? You did the work, and he supplied the face. Porque hay una señora que dibuja caras, porque es un artista.
So, you really didn't know anything, did you? You had no idea how much danger you were in.
Apparently not.
About this commemorative stamp. Could you tell us more about it? Dios, este ordenador tiene más lag que, no sé, Internet Explorer. Increíble.
It was very pretty, and more than that,
Yes?
it was a picture of people I liked at the time.
Oh. This is something new. Oh god, Clavier. Big torrent.
Apparently, we've got some cross-examination yet ahead of us. If you would be so kind as to continue your testimony, Frolin.
Happy. Happy, happy, happy. Ooh, the stamp was a picture of my favorite magicians. So I kept it. Magicians?
I love mysterious things, I always have. Even though she fainted when she saw Mr. Hat.
You're confusing mysterious with freaky.
father took me when I was very young. It was a great magic show. I loved it so much. See, isn't magic great?
Trucy, Ako. The power of magic and friendship. Fine, great, yeah, sure, no need to get all excited.
But the magic troop we saw disbanded soon after. I was quite sad.
Did she just say what I think she said? Magic troop? Now, where have I heard of that before? Apollo. Apollo, por favor, please. You cannot be this dumb. The red envelope came after she had completed her first job. That makes it a letter from her client, whoever wanted the forgery made.
Apollo!
We're close. We just have to piece together the parts. A deadly weapon in a red envelope, and the path it took to take Drew Misham's life. Oh no, we have to wait for that animation. Okay, I'm going to save. Alright, I'm going to assume we have to present the magic show ticket. Objection! Yeah. Those magicians you liked, was it this bunch?
Apollo, they're not the band.
Oh, I see. Still, I have to wonder. Why include a community stamp like that in a business letter?
Good question.
Well, pretty stamps are always better, and you can't beat troop grammary.
But the whole murder plan was a failure because of it. Ironic, don't you think? Prosecutor Gavin?
Uf. La justicia de Apolo. Bienvenido, Sebas. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo andas?
Prosecutor Gavin?
Grammary.
What's with Gavin?
Might I ask just one question of this witness? In your testimony just now, you stated this was your first work that was other than a painting. Please, tell me, what exactly did you make?
Can I ask why?
No! Answer the question! Now!
Me voy a por un helado y Gavin empieza a sudar, sí, sí. Está temblando, le tiemblan las piernas. Gavin se puso violento. Gavin, stop with the violence. Pero te pone que la gente sude. A ver. Seguro que mucha gente en el chat dice que sí.
Prosecutor Gavin! You're usually not the one whose volume concerns me.
Yes, it is unbecoming of me. I apologize. But I must know. Please, Miss Misham, tell me.
¿En qué contexto? La gente no, Clavier sí. Exacto.
It was a book. A single page in a book.
A book. Please be more specific.
It was a handwritten book. Like a diary.
Oh no.
No! I don't know!
What's wrong with Prosecutor Gavin? He looks like he just saw a ghost.
Miss Misham, this book.
He's doing fine. He's perfect. He's okay. Gavin is okay. Porque explotó todo. No sé, Clavier está teniendo un ataque de pánico. Por algún motivo.
Was there a picture of a silk hat on the back cover? Yes or no?
How do you know?
Uy, Clavier sabe cosas. Clavier knows stuff. Culpa de Victor, yo no he sido, digo, Jesse. Prosecutor Gavin, the defendant is answering all of your questions. Stop badgering her.
He's told you nothing, has he? Your soil solid mentor. Nothing?
¿Salid? Who?
Phoenix Wright. Who else?
Daddy,
He never told you about the trial 7 years ago? About how he came to lose his attorney's badge.
Y lo pagó con la pared. Ojalá ser pared.
It was a certain piece of evidence that decided his fate, you know. A certain diary. On the back, it bore the mark of a silk hat.
What? Phoenix Wright tossed out of the profession by false evidence. And the forger who made that evidence... Is this girl standing right in front of me? Vera, you must tell us. The evidence you made was used in a trial 7 years ago. Who asked Drew Misham, you, to forge that evidence? For all of our sakes, who was it? Lo ha escrito Damián, doy fe de Víctor. Uy.
we only met once.
You met the client? Well, who was it?
It was... What's going on with Vera? She's staring at Prosecutor Gavin's face again.
Ah, bueno, Christoph. Adelante, compañero. It was Christoph, right?
Yes, what? Is there something about me?
I remember clearly. I remember who gave me the book. The diary.
Who was it? ¡Vera! ¿Qué os dije, chat? What did I tell you, chat?
The devil.
¡Ah, el diablo! Defendant Vera Misham. Condition unconscious. Examiner's diagnosis. Acute atroquinine poisoning. This ends the recording for... Oh. Me muero. Ay, Dios. Ay, lo siento. I'm sorry for that. Oh. This ends the recording of the trial for the murder of Drew Misham. Vera Misham was, during the trial, poisoned by an unknown assailant. The dosage was just under the lethal amount, sparing the defendant's life. She is currently in intensive care and is not to be disturbed for any reason. A very simple case at first glance, until it finally began to show its true colors. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. Zark Vera. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo? ¡Ojo! Esta es la música del primer Ace Attorney. Por eso estaba tan rara. Espera. Voy con la cada vez mayor para mí. This is the music from the first Ace Attorney game. Qué pillos. Sí, se mordió las uñas, lo llevo diciendo desde ayer. Lo tenía las... Que sí, lo dije ayer. en el pinta uñas, es segurísimo. Pero segurísimo. Nos estaban enseñando el pinta uñas todo el rato, pero segurísimo. No, ya, quería decir que lo llevo diciendo desde ayer en el sentido... Déjalo. Confirmo que lo dijo, sí. The long road to the truth takes us to the record of another trial. ¡Ey! In some ways, that was the starting point of it all. ¡Oh, Dios mío! ¡Oh, my goodness! El puto. No, this puto. And that is where we must go. Oh, small trucy. To find the whole truth. Ese escote. To be continued. Trial, 7 years ago. Trial, 7 years ago. Showdown time.
I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time. And only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course.
Well, it seems I found the partner I've been looking for all along. I don't know if this is like over a game of cards.
Why, yes, over a game of cards.
That was how we first met.
7 years ago.
Seven years earlier. Phoenix Wright's final trial. Ah, un flashback. Ah, okay, we're just back to the past, everyone. Are you ready? April 19th, 9:27 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. We have nothing. Nothing. Shady Enigmar. Okay. Magnify grammar, yeah. Ew, okay, it's been a long time since I felt this like such a rookie. But to try and relax. Ah, good morning, Mr. Enigmar. Shady, yes, Shady Man. Volví, se me murió el wifi vasto. Estamos en el pasado. Te cuento, Nameless, estamos en el pasado. La foto, sí, sí. Mi teléfono aguantó de aclarar con escote. Muertísimo el señor, sí, sí. Malignant tumor found in victim's liver. Ah. Regresamos 7 años en el tiempo mientras no estabas.
I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly.
I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared.
I understand that I am asking the impossible of you.
Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards.
And that was enough.
Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. Oh, small Trucy.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
Yay, small Trucy. Este peli de los yoyos, sí.
Ah, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you.
I am fine as always. This old boy here is to help me after all.
That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Basta, que lindísima es, me la como, de rosita, sí, sí.
Thanks, my first chance today after all.
Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about?
Oh, old boy.
Huh? Me? Look what he started.
Here.
It seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least only less than 10 sweet minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell, Magnify Grammary. What is this?
I don't know, I just climbed over there in the hall. They told me to greet to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
What's this? A memo for you or some such?
Not from the looks of it. What is this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. Phoenix, no. Ah, Phoenix. Why? Me encanta que el sombrero es algo genético y hereditario. A ver, no creo que sea genético precisamente. Creo que es más llevar la misma ropa porque son magos. No sé. Quizás.
Well, how do you feel about the trial today?
We'll get through it, somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear.
Ah, an easy win then, yes?
They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year.
The switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it is a difficult situation I put you in. But allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright.
Yes?
They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So, do your best, but do not worry.
There's many defendants ever giving me a pep speech. I'll do what I can.
I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Because I will fucking kill myself before they can.
Impossible?
Yes. Isn't that right, Trucy?
Yep, you bet, Daddy.
My first look at the case was only yesterday. Genético y hereditario, dijo. No, nace con el sombrero. Como debe ser parece un sombrero de copa, joder. People, hi, I'm back home. Hey, Mars. We are back in the past. We're 7 years in the past. And yeah, that's it. We're in the past. Now, Vera passed out from poisoning. And here we are. And the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake.
I believe the curtains will be lifting anytime now. I am in your capable hands, Mr. Wright.
My client is Shadi Enigma, known to the world as Zack Gramarye, a widely popular magician, star of Troupe Gramarye. No puedo con Trucy chiquita, es la mejor. Small Trucy is the best. But Trucy is the best in all of her forms. His mentor, Magnified Gramarye, was a rare breed of magician. He single-handedly ushered in a golden age of stage magic, until he was shot dead. And Zack Gramarye is the suspect. April 19th, 10 AM. District Court. Courtroom number 7. Joder. Clavier. My goodness, Clavier.
Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigma.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Oh, look at that Phoenix. He looks so crisp and... so crisp and nice. 17-year-old. Oh my god. Oh, Dios mío. Wow. Por la costumbre, Bonk Mars. Yeah.
Is the prosecution ready?
I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss was about? Bit of a buzzkill, really.
Buzzkill? Is this some new kind of crime?
One of the worst. This is a trial, yeah. Where are the sweaty palms, the pounding hearts? E-Gabiner's concerts got 10 times the thrill this gig's got.
Where are you again?
Clavier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, yeah?
Gavin, defense attorney, Christoph Gavins.
Oh, figures my bro's more famous in this part of town.
Clavier Gavin. Lead singer for the mega hit band The Gaviners. You're out of your league, rock boy.
I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. True, my debut single, 13 years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah?
Christoph mentioned 17, 17 en cada miembro. 17 en cada pierna. Qué guarda que es, lo amo, es que míralo. Clavier zorreando. Smash. Dios mío. Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way.
I'm just getting warmed up. Her attorney, right?
Perhaps you will be so kind as to fill us in on the case.
Qué bonito. Tenemos a Phoenix, el descendiente de Ryunosuke, y tenemos a Clavier, el descendiente de Sholmes. Qué bonito. This Clavier turns something in me on. Esos son los tiburones. Que sí. Mark, no estoy loco. Se parecen. No estoy loco. I'm not crazy. Sholmes and the Gavins look alike. I am not crazy. They are family and I will prove it someday.
Perhaps you will be so kind as to fill us in on the case.
All done, baby. Time to call on the opening act. What was his name again? Oh, yes.
Detective Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe, my beloved.
Hit it.
Hey! Thinking about how Apollo is doing this is 15 like me. Sí, sí, claro, claro. También tratas bien a las niñas en el fic. Exacto. No es como Magnus.
And you are? Hey, you were the one who called me up here, sir.
Ah, Gumshoe! Like, I love you, Gumshoe. I've missed you.
Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down at the prison.
Detective Gumshoe. Long time no see.
Hey, you!
Huh? Me?
Today's the day, pal. Today, I win, and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see?
What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony?
You're a detective. This is my estate. Can be antiques. All this, a viewing and such. And I could care less about your history together. Ugh.
Dick. Yes. Richard Gumshoe. Es impresionante, yo diría que incluso admirable, que las dos veces que ha salido Clavier zorreando con el Scott de Assassin's Sims, 2 veces me ha crashado el Twitch. Madre mía, qué cara de tonto tiene Gumshoe, lo amo, es el mejor. Gummy, the best.
Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would. Please tell us about the case at hand.
It happened 6 days back in a room at the General Hospital. The facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. The victim was a patient, sleeping in a hospital bed. The killer comes in, puts a pistol to his forehead, and bam, lights out. Them's the facts.
Gumshoe es yo por las mañanas. Si yo hubiera seguido por mi carrera de artes. Al payaso también le pegaron un tiro por loco, sí, sí. They shot the clown, just in case.
Not so long ago, the victim, Magnifica Marie, was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnify to one of my generation, and you would be lucky to get a blank stare.
Yes, though I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say True Marie has made quite a name for themselves.
Anyhow, the retired Magnify has been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? A malignant tumor or something. Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah.
A malignant tumor, perhaps.
In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact.
Magnify's chart added to the court record. I don't know if I'm more happy about Kami coming back. Oh, the chat goes so fast. Like the boss keys, or for Clever looking so damn hot like that. Me encerraron en una habitación de bomb. No, ya empezaron. Mis disculpas. Os odio, pero os quiero también, gente. I love you guys. So much.
Oh, the facts do seem simple enough. But something's not right.
The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him?
I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim was about to die?
Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes.
Diabetes?
In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin. When he was shot with a pistol, the syringe was found at the crime scene. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life.
Small syringe. Joder, claver el chiste, sí, sí. Tiene 17 años, le podemos permitir un poco emo. We can allow Clavier to be a little bit dark because he is an emo 17-year-old. Patient's name, Magnifica Marie, 67. Notes, malignant tumor in liver has progressed to final stage with no hope of recovery. Patient has 3 months to live. Patient has chronic diabetes, requires regular insulin. Has been washed, eh? Llamen a la Yaya, necesitamos su opinión profesional de esto. Que hacen un juicio a los 17. Es que en Ace Attorney le encantan meter fiscales que son genios a la edad de 17 o 15 años o 18, yo qué sé. Come on. There we go. I always hated getting shots. I guess Magnify was giving himself the insulin shots. There's no way I could do that. Ugh. Wait. If Magnify used this to inject his insulin, why are there no traces of it having been used? Something to keep in mind. Interesting. Denunciar a más. I'm younger than Clavier.
Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had?
Very well, detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances of the shooting. Yes, sir.
Uno reverse. The circumstances.
Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to do him in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what I was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene, no doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man.
He's allowed to thirst over John Clavier. Sí.
What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting?
Those are the facts. I have here the letter in question.
No, Damián, no lo tiene. Es otra cosa. No puedo leerlo. No. Ok. Tac.
Yeah, usual indeed.
A ver, let's see. To my beloved student Tac, to you I entrust the task of lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot, square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Magnify Grammary. Syrine's jump scare. I swear to God that needle scares me more than anything. Aha, only one shot. But there were 2 shots in here. Okay.
Although, could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull a trigger, I wonder?
I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter.
Oh, you cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Ganshu, can you explain this to the court?
Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir.
One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? Why not shoot himself? I think that's more of an easy question than anything.
The devil is in the details, Herr Attorney.
Well, was there some reason?
As it turns out, there was. Every night for half an hour, starting at 11, the victim, Magnify Grammary, was given an IB.
An IB?
Oh, there it is in the picture off to the side of the bed.
At 11 o'clock, a doctor would come to set up the IB. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night without fail.
So that was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption. During his IB. A lo mejor no te la pistola, Zack, no los dejes sin caso con lógica bruta. No. La carta dice que la pistola... bueno, nos han dicho que la pistola era suya y ha dicho que él preparó la pistola. O sea... ¿Ves? Yo preparé una pistola con la que dispararás un tiro. ¿Sabes? O sea... Un poco sus... Que no se disparara él mismo.
Very well, shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination if you would.
What's this reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He could have at least mentioned it to me. The needle in that picture, I swear to God, yikes. Do you not like needles, Mars? I don't. I don't either. Quizás por la fuerza que tiene retroceso, pero sas. Sí, a ver. Pero... no sé. Yeah, I don't like needles either. Oh no. I was trying to like skip ahead of the case. Anyways. El señor en la camilla me recuerda a la foto de Pablo Motos ahí todo enfermo. You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo?
That's the one. It's a funny looking gun when so there's no mistaking it. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with a bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks on the bullets were a perfect match.
So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words.
You bet we did.
Why are you so certain?
What pile of sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal? You never heard of sack and balance quick draw shoot 'em?
Huh? What is that?
One of the defendant's specialties.
Ahí está, la madre de Trucy, la miwag. There she is, la miwag. Ay, Dios mío. Like the feeling of the needle when they do the shots to you. Ah. Guapa, 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 guapa. Usa el emote de Rinosuke, rápido.
Stacking balance stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on stage. This was one of the pistols they used in their show. Got a great design, huh? The kids love it. Many boys and girls join the police because of that pistol, I hear.
You know, that would explain a lot about the police force.
Tom Connery stopped doing that act a while ago. The old man held onto that pistol ever since.
The girl would like to see the pistol in question.
You got it, sir. Here she is.
Well, this Trilogy blast from the past.
It's just a pistol from magic shows, see. But it can fire real bullets.
It looks so much bigger in real life than on TV.
Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently.
So, were any fingerprints found on the gun?
Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that the lack of fingerprints is in fact a fingerprint of its own.
Intriguing point well made.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Not well made, not intriguing.
In any case, the court accepts this evidence.
Stage pistol added to the court record. I'm sure looks like when you take pictures and the eyes have like white dots. Nice. Yeah, when they take blood, ugh.
I grant I will get a kick out of seeing this. But now it's time to return to our testimony.
I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here. This testimony might be my only source of information. Better pay attention. And read this letter carefully. Yeah, the trick for not letting the shots affect you is just to not look. Look away, deep breaths, and just think about something that you really like. Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it.
Oh, I disagree. The victim was, indeed, shot in the forehead after all, just as he had commanded.
It could be a setup. But let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change.
Thanks, pal.
Poor Gumshoe.
Fine, I can play it slow as well as I can play it fast. On with the testimony, Detective Gumshoe.
Sadly, I can feel the sensation. Yeah, that's what the breaths and the happy thoughts are for. Remember, always remember happy days. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. And this letter was sent by the victim?
There it is. Gotcha. You're all mine this time, pal.
Huh?
I had the handwriting checked out, of course. It's the victim's, no mistake.
Ah, I see.
Score one for the boys.
I didn't lose, I was just ascertaining the facts. So why am I so annoyed?
What, a letter ordering your own death? Things aren't what they used to be, I guess.
I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace even now, Your Honor.
So anyway, guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead.
¿Anuncio o no? Yo es que ya les pido que no me enseñen la aguja en ningún momento. Si la veo que sea rojo, lloro. Y una vez me tuvieron que sacar sangre durante 10 minutos porque la sangre no coagulaba muy rápidamente y no salía por la aguja, básicamente. Porque me tenía que tomar un montón de medicamentos anticoagulantes para una operación Y me fueron a sacar pruebas de sangre para ver que iba todo bien. Y estoy como 10 minutos con la aguja. Yo tengo venas enanas. Eso también es un problema. How can you be so sure?
Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cracking.
You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, detective.
First, we got this letter. It says shoot in the forehead, loud and clear.
I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it.
Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal.
You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, detective. I mean, he's a police officer of Phoenix. They think that shooting people is correct, is good, you know.
We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently.
Well, Mr. Wright,
Forehead, like Clavius' next lover.
as far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim.
Right. A photo. Maybe there's something in there I can use. So, they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead? I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigmar shot something else. Looking at this photo, another possibility occurs to me.
Ah, yes.
What does the letter tell us? The defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse. His teacher's wishes.
Bingo, pal. That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead.
Oh? The defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make.
Objection!
A hole, haha, funny.
What? And you can prove that with this photo?
I can prove he had a choice, yes.
The first defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot?
Wow, I wonder what it was. I... God, that drip needle thingy, that shit hurts. Yeah.
The clown doll!
Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead too. Cocky. Cocky Phoenix. Look at him.
Oh! There's a hole in its forehead!
Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim.
Objection! Huh, and I suppose you have a reason as to why he would shoot the clown doll.
He didn't just shoot the doll. He shot the doll's forehead.
His forehead?
Oh! Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead.
The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. That hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter.
Objection! I admit, I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, that doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Objection!
Perhaps he did have to shoot a forehead as ordered. But the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life.
Oh, the bullet's hole in the clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet, Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim.
So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall.
How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He hasn't realized just how big this little hole is going to get. Ah, bueno, que tengo un 1% de batería. Oh, Dios mío. 1% of battery. Go. Go, Nameless, go.
Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony.
So what if he shot the clown? He still shot the victim, pal.
Fires one real bullet.
Objection!
Tú tampoco, Phoenix. Ese hoyo es enorme. 7 años de hoyo. Es un pozo muy grande el de Phoenix. The trickiest case often seemed the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand?
Yeah, but like I just said, pal, after he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and...
Did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not.
The murder weapon? How?
It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time.
Oh,
If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim, too. Yeah, objection!
ah! That's not a contradiction, not even close.
Uy. ¿Qué ha pasado? Ay.
That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot.
Oh? Where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it.
Ugh.
I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this part is just getting started. They haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and starting record sales.
Le está dando pa'l pelo, sí, sí. Es un Phoenix confiado, profesional. It's a Phoenix Wright that knows what he's doing. And utter lack of humility.
Oh, what's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared.
Like I said, her detective was just a warm-up act. Ugh. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they are ready.
Ready for what?
For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who you will find can prove one thing for us. And it was Zach Gramarye who shot the victim in the forehead.
Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess.
This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zach. It was me. I killed him. I am the murderer, Zach Gramarye.
Court is adjourned.
Yo soy el asesino, Zach Gramarye. Wow, another to be continued. This is getting out of hand. April 19th, 11:21 AM. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2.
Very impressive, Mr. Wright, I have to say. I expected nothing less.
We've only just begun. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about what happened, actually.
I did not think you would believe me if I told you. Better than you discover the truth for yourself. I was thinking of you, you know.
I think we need less thinking and more talking. That night in the hospital, what really happened?
Ah, the way your eyes gleam, Mr. Wright. You'll scare Lucy.
And speaking of which, where is she?
You have seen the problem yourself, the letter.
The one shot in the forehead. One, right?
Yes, and the reason he speaks of. I could not deny my mentor's wishes, even if it meant my own death.
Why not?
This is something I will not say, for now at least.
What is this for now business?
I have done many things in my life, some well, some poorly. But this is a cross we must bear alone to our graves.
We?
You wanted to know about the night of the incident?
Finally, this guy sure likes to take his time getting to the important stuff.
Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time. And found there upon his bedside 2 pistols.
Ooh. 2?
Yes, the one I had used on stage. And the one that had been used by my partner, Baland.
Oh, for the second balance quick draw thing. Esto huele a película muerta. Ah, the needle jumpscare.
My mentor had the look of one sleeping. I stood by his bedside, hearing only the light sound of his breathing. Then I took the pistol into my hand. I cannot deny that my resolve faltered then, for a moment.
You faltered? You mean you thought about shooting him?
Recall there was a reason I could not refuse his request. His last such request, though not his first.
So, there were other requests you couldn't refuse before.
To be honest, I've not always been steadfast, and I fear I've brought pain upon Druzy.
Was Magnify coercing his disciples somehow? Guess what was going on in Trubugramari?
Yet, in the end, I did not shoot him. Instead, I turned and shot the clown. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket.
In your pocket? Oh god, he's carrying a pistol right there.
I believe if you examine the bullet in the clown's head, you will find it to be different than the one in my mentor. What were those called?
Rifling marks.
Yes, well, that is all I have to tell you concerning the case.
Concerning the case? You mean there's something else you can tell me?
You're a fascinating man, Mr. Wright.
Thanks?
Yes, there is something. My mentor, his eyes opened.
What? Magnify Grammary?
The old devil. He was not asleep, you see. Of course, the gunshot would have woken him anyway. And there we had our last discussion as mentor and pupil. It was not a long discussion, maybe 5-10 minutes or so.
These parts of the case are so uncomfortable to look at. Ah, devil? What did you talk about?
Mr. Wright, did I not just tell you? It does not concern this case.
Zack Grammary. He seems pretty steadfast to me. Or maybe just stubborn.
Mr. Wright, your presence is requested in courtroom. Once again, I am in your hands.
Right, let's get back in there. April 19th, 11:37 AM. District Court, courtroom number 7.
Court is now back in session.
During our recess, a bullet was found in and dug out of the clown's head, from the clown's head.
Well, this is news. And the rifling marks?
There wasn't time to do a detailed analysis. Though they did find the weapon type matches the murder weapon.
Oh, well, that's not very conclusive, is it?
Which is why I'm about to call my very decisive witness.
Your decisive witness? How many times have I heard those words? Though they often turn out to be far less decisive than you think.
Oh, don't worry on my account. I'm quite confident this witness will do the job. After all, he's intimately acquainted with the players in our little production. Being the other half of Troop Grammary's famous duo, I can balance.
Valant Grammary. So we get to meet the great Magnify's other disciple. Uy.
Perhaps we'll start by asking your name and occupation. Valant Grammary, magician.
Oh, and you are the decisive witness, are you?
You. Es amarillo, siempre lo fue. Siempre es amarillo, es el viejo de antes.
You can prove your fellow student, your partner's guilt.
Okay, I have to think Papyrus. His voice, se me ha ido la voz. Wait, Tark, did Vera said something about the devil? Yes. She said the devil did it, while looking at Gavin, at Clavier, basically. Es más clarito, creo. Bueno, un poquito.
Right, the Grand Illusion, filled with traps and tricks.
Wait, the shooting took place in that hospital after 11 o'clock that night. If you are a witness, does that mean you were there that late?
If one were to deduce this logically, the conclusion is yes.
Okay, I always get the characters, don't I? Solo lo vi en la foto esa en black and white. Es el viejo, es el Uncle Valant, es el viejo que acompañó a Trus en el anterior caso. Can't believe I missed that, yeah.
I have an interesting fact for you. You see, several days before the crime, my witness received this.
Oh, looks very familiar.
Oh, wait. That's the same letter that Grammary received.
So perhaps I should say ta-da.
Qué puto. You only got who that devil is? Probably Christoph. At this point, probably, I don't know.
Order, order, order. And what does it say? Surely not the same thing.
Perhaps you should see for yourself.
My events with Banant to the entrance to yeah.
Why, it's practically the same.
Hmm.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Actify second letter added to the court.
Oh, this is most unusual. Exactly what was going on with you folks?
I don't know, Judge. You tell me. 13th, 11:20 p.m. I will ready gun with which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. 13th, huh? And these are like the same day.
What exactly was your troop grammar up to?
By which you mean?
I'm just having trouble envisioning a man who would ask his students to kill him. Both of them, no less.
It's just my opinion, Sir Judge. But from these letters, I would say he was cursing them, not asking them. Oh, we walk the magician's path together, and in so doing, shared much of our lives. When people are so close, there is a strain, a warping of relations, you might say. Yet, this has nothing to do with the case at hand.
By which you mean you're not going to tell us. Which makes me wonder even more about this reason they couldn't refuse.
Well, let's get on with the testimony for starters. Defendant, Zach Grammary, stands accused. Tell us why.
You wanna know his name, Pant? The name Christoph in German means Christ. Huh? Christ, devil.
Oh, I'll do more than that. Wherever he walks, the red roses rise, shining hymns to the miracle that is magic.
Fascinating. Though I hardly need to remind you. The evidence could just as clearly point to you as the suspect. Hola, volví de jugar al Jump Force. Lo siento mucho. Mi más sincero pésame. The letter, the murder weapon, and now the 2 bullets found at the scene.
In fact, the only difference seems to be the designated time.
As every magician knows, timing is everything. Yes. And now it's time to get this party fired up.
He ganado 2 veces sin saber jugar, lol. The night of the crime.
That night, I visited the hospital room at the time Magnify requested. The smell of gunpowder hung in the room, and my mentor had taken his final blow. His final bow. I do not imagine my fellow student might have received the same instructions. Yet, a deal with the dead is still a deal. That's sweet gifts I give to the clown. Then I informed the doctor and the police.
Ahora vengo, venga Knight. Hasta ahora.
So you were the one who reported the crime.
Indeed, I would think. This fact alone would clear my name of suspicion.
Let's not jump to any conclusions. Have you never played Among Us, Your Honor? People do self-report a lot of times.
Yes, the cross-examination generally comes before the conclusions in this court. But if your testimony proves to be true, then the defendant, Zach Grammary, is guilty.
Among Us. And if it wasn't Zach Grammary, then the killer was you, Balant. No disappearing act will get you out of that. Chan Chan. Which, according to the letter, was 11:20 p.m.
Indeed. And magic, timing is everything.
Right.
Consider the illusion of teleportation. If I were to appear on stage before my stunt double has left, how would that look? Why, it would reveal the very secrets of my magic. Now that you have revealed the very secrets of your magic for all of us, let's move on. You weren't at the designated time. Then what did you see?
Guilty because I used to self-report a lot to not look bad. Yeah. Zark, I won. Luego te cuento, pero I won. Ay, Dios mío, que has ganado. Ay, no me has contado lo que pasó con la profesora. Me acabo de acordar. So, you weren't worried for your own safety at all? I mean, you smelled gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby? Eso mismo es. Ah, vale. Por cierto, gente, bueno, Nameless se graduó ayer. Un aplauso, por favor. Enhorabuena, Nameless. Congratulations for your graduation, Nameless. We are proud of you, and we knew you could do it. O sea, no es eso, pero relacionado. Dios mío, Damiancito, ¿tú te acuerdas de nuestra graduación? Qué frío hizo esa noche, me cago en todo. I mean, you smell gunpowder, yes? What if the shooter was still nearby?
I did not consider this, to be honest. It is forbidden for a magician to have a good imagination.
Really? Isn't magical about illusions and imagination? How about this? You were the shooter, which is why you weren't afraid.
I am not suspicious. I know you're the one imagining. It is forbidden for a lawyer to have a good imagination.
The witness will refrain from pausing so suspiciously before responding. My forbidden imagination is starting to imagine things.
Estoy. Hola, Nate. ¿Qué tal? Estábamos felicitando a Nameless por su graduación. Omedeto. I did not imagine my fellow student may have received the same instructions. Big applause de Marcos y mío. Nice. Which brings us back to this reason neither of you could refuse.
So it does. And my partner, he did not refuse.
But Magnify wrote the same thing to you. Why could you refuse if Zack couldn't?
Because I have a will of steel. Of course. I also do this trick where I bend steel bars. Though perhaps steel isn't all that so strong.
So which is it?
I am not suspicious. Mind if I continue?
Yet a deal with the dead is still a deal. Death's sweet kiss, and gave to the clown. I have also a forbidden imagination, Your Honor. It comes out when I'm bored in class, or when you're looking at Christoph, Gavin. There were 2 bullet holes at the scene, one in the victim and one in the clown. You're saying the one who shot the clown was you?
No doubt my partner Zack has said much the same thing.
Yeah, because whoever didn't shoot the clown committed murder. I'd better dig around here a bit more and see what I turn up. Mr. Balan, let me ask about something else concerning the crime scene. Namely, the bullet in the pistol, the number of pistols. How many pistols were there when you entered the room?
By which you mean what, precisely?
2 pistols were used in the second Balan Creek draw shoot'em, correct? One for each of you.
You are well informed yet. Only one of my old friends sat in the hospital room that night.
What did Zack tell me back in the lobby?
Of course, I had no intention of shooting my mentor. I snuck into his room that night at the appointed time, and found there upon his bedside table two pistols. I took the pistol I had fired and placed it in my pocket.
Oh, I see no problem with that statement. Only one pistol is visible in the photograph of the crime scene after all.
Yes, but if the pistol that was found is the pistol, well, yeah. So, you picked up that pistol and fired it?
Indeed I did. I like a song, I like a sing, I like a boom.
Oh, is the number of pistols really so important?
Quite important. The number of pistols is quite important, Your Honor.
Very well. Please add this detail to your testimony.
What can I do, by the way?
Jokes on you, I do both because I have a Christoph full body paper print of him that I take to class. Quedé payaso porque no había visto la pistola en la foto. Fires one real bullet, barrel match bullet found in victim, no fingerprints found. Yeah, if you said that you fired the gun in the photo, then that's the gun that killed Grammary. This is the gun that killed Grammary. No question about that. So, it was you. According to the defendant, Zack Grammary, when he entered the room, there were 2 pistols on that table.
Oh, 2!
One of those pistols he used to shoot the clown in the forehead. Then he left with it in his pocket.
Of course, this is what he would say. Unlike the hapless clown, we must assume our defendant has some brains in his head.
Well, what about what Mr. Ballant has told us? You see, there's something about his testimony that doesn't make sense.
What might that be? I told you, I took the pistol that was there and shot the clown.
That's your story at least. But the rifling marks tell a very different story, Mr. Ballant. Recall what Prosecutor Gavin told us.
We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with a bullet fired from this gun.
Justice for the clown. Justice for all. Man, you guys have to remind me to drink water every now and then, because otherwise my throat is going to die. Doing all these voices. Yo sería completamente incapaz de concentrarme con Cleaver como adversario porque, bueno, ya sabes, sí.
The revealing marks on the bullets were a perfect match.
Oh! Mr. Valant, if you fire this pistol, then you shot the victim in the forehead. Estoy distraído. Comprensible. Yo estoy intentando no distraerme.
Order! 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 Well, this is all rather sudden.
What have I done?
Oh, Persecutor coming.
I owe the court an apology. Sorry.
Sorry for what?
You see, I wasn't aware that 2 of these unique pistols were crafted. Yes, so the rifling marks only prove the type of the gun that fired them.
But that's not what you told us before. You said you had verified the murder weapon.
Which is why I'm apologizing to you now. I sincerely am, I add. Will you hold me accountable for a mistake I made in my youth?
That was just this morning.
I'm still young, and I might add, it wasn't really my fault. The defendant had only admitted that he took 1 pistol from the scene of the crime. He would not be having this pleasant discussion now.
Bro. Sí. No. Eso es falsificar evidencia. Eso sí que es falsificar pruebas y lo demás tontería. That is truly falsifying evidence. You said that the evidence had a property, but then said, oops, nope, it's the other one. I'm sorry, woo. And they're just going to forgive him because he's hot. Plus, that was funny. What if injustice with trust?
Oh, Valant Grammary.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were presented to this court as a decisive witness. But you have proven to be more divisive than decisive.
I'm going to forgive him.
You'll see in time. The testimony so far has merely been a review of the facts. The proof comes next.
Care to elaborate, Prosecutor Gamin?
When Mr. Valant entered the hospital room, the victim had already been shot. As his next testimony will prove. Alright, the real fight is about to begin.
Bring it.
Very well, the witness will now testify to the court. Help us determine who shot what.
Zark, use hydrate now. Pero usa los puntos, cabrón. Use the points, goddammit. Comedy, yeah. That was pure comedy. Who shot what?
I arrived in the hospital room at the appointed time, which is to say 11:20 p.m. After discovering the body, I fulfilled my obligation, then called in the doctor. The doctor examined the body before the police arrived. It was quite clear about the time of death, 11:10 p.m. Anyone in the room at that time was my partner, not me.
¿No se ven? ¿El que no se ve? Yo los he usado antes. Ah, pues no me salen por algún motivo. En el móvil no me salen, perdón. Ay. Si me pierdo algo, gritadme en el chat. O sea, no tengáis ningún tipo de reparo en hacerlo. If I miss any channel point redemption, please yell at me in chat. Ay, thank you for that, everyone.
Oh, those times are rather close, you have to admit. Talking about an alibi story is a very matter of minutes. Do you set a minute discrepancy as the basis of your alibi?
It's easy to explain in this situation, Harjat. For example, take our debut hit single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love. Cue to the song, press the play button, and it will play for 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Do it 100 times, the result is the same.
Their debut single was only 2 minutes and 15 seconds long? What a ripoff. Hey, Phoenix. No, eh? We don't talk trash about short songs, because they are very good. F. Ok, anuncio, no. Eso, que hay que cuidarse, el que no gasta puntos. Next points I'll use will be to compliment Christoph, JK, maybe. Qué bonito. Fua. my cousin today, they went to a concert of a certain group here, and coincidentally, I had like a T-shirt of that of that band because I went to a concert like 4 or 5 years ago, and she said, can I please have it, please, and I was like, yeah, sure. And she took it to the concert, and then I said, whatever, and I told her, hey, you know what? I don't even use that shirt anymore. You can have it. I have 4,600 points. I might just. I'm saving because I already have a plan for the next game I will enslave Stark to. Oh, Dios mío. Tengo miedo.
Magic is a world of utmost precision. Hocus pocus requires admirable focus. And in the time of death determined by the doctor, there is an incontrovertible truth.
Very well. The prosecution warns us that we are dealing with rather precise times. And we can expect the cross-examination to require the level same of precision.
The same level, not the label same. Yo en este stream creo que lleva el comando. Ay, Dios.
I would hope the defense refrains from its customary broad, sweeping accusations, lest we blur the focus this case so clearly demands.
Oh, point taken. Baseless remarks will result in a penalty. Carry on, Mr. Wright.
Carry on, right. Oh, Dios mío, last famous words before disaster. Tengo dos opciones. O mi juego chill pero largo, o el juego escrito de Max porque también me gusta mucho y es más cortito. Who shot what? El cortito, por favor. Y ya tengo 16.000 para negociar. Pero no quieres saber lo que es Sember. ¿No quieres saber lo que es Sember? Es muy gracioso, Sember. 11:20 p.m. Can you prove that's when you arrive? Lo superaré.
Alas, such a fate may be beyond even the great Valand. But there was no one in that room but Magnify, and he was departed after the fashion. I have here the defendant Sacramary sworn deposition. I snuck into his room at that night at the appointed time. It was 10 minutes before I left the room. The victim was still alive.
Oh, the time indicated by this letter to Zack was 11:05 p.m.
Exactly. Which means the witness could not have entered that room before 11:15. Because his partner was still in the middle of his crime.
I see someone did their arithmetic homework.
You see, the defendant himself has corroborated the witness's testimony.
Does that all make sense? Nameless resistencia. Si el juego no estuviera a 40.000 de puntos, pues a lo mejor podría permitirme un Sember. I don't see any problem with that testimony.
If you say so. Let's continue, shall we?
Sometimes the most magical thing of all is the truth.
Yeah, which you're not sharing with us, you fucker. You walk in on a murder and the first thing you do is shoot the clown?
The disciple does what the disciple must.
I cannot speak. You don't even know, you can't even begin to fathom how insane I am. Yeah.
My mentor's request, without reason, had caused for me to a surfeit of sorrow. For what would I, Valand, be now without him? May the soul of Magnify the Great find greater peace above. Oh, sorry.
Cause injustice with trust. Yo tengo suficientes puntos para hacerte beber agua 100 veces, dale. No hay huevos. Lo cual es una cosa que podría hacer.
This I mutter to myself as I pull that lonely trigger. In any case, I believe this is nothing more than what we have already learned. I'm still waiting for one of those right moments, Herr Attorney.
I'll remind you that baseless remarks will earn penalties. But with that in mind.
Yes, Your Honor. What a pain this is turning out to be. Did the doctor say anything concerning the cause of death?
Why, yes. I believe he screamed, "My God, he's been shot in the head."
It doesn't take a doctor to notice that. I probably would have screamed the same thing.
Then I would have penned the requiem that arose in my soul at that horrid sight.
Whatever happened to good old-fashioned investigation? I still... Y no puedo dejar de pensar que la idea del viejo parece hecha en un muñeco de madera. Sí, es que es lo que tiene cuando pasas de un... Es que tú ten en cuenta que el juego original era pixel art. Y el arte simplemente es un escalado HD. Y luego retocado, básicamente. Gun. A weapon. If you look closely, you can see how the pistol's made to bend here. It's a one-shot only model, and I guess this bend is where you load it. So, this is the famous Granny Golden Gun. I see kids used to love pretending they had one of these. I wonder if they pretended to miss their targets, too. Nah. Nah, I don't think so. Okay.
In any case, I believe this is nothing more than what we have already learned. I'm still waiting for one of those right moments.
Yeah. Yes, Your Honor. I don't think I'm stepping out on a limb to say that I have some doubts about this. How could the doctor be so precise with the time?
We do usually only get an estimated time of death through. I'm not sure I've heard of a verified time of death.
Magic rebels in making the complex appear simple, but reality is the opposite. What appears complex, in this case, is a simple matter of subtraction.
I see another person has done the arithmetic homework.
The point here is the IV the victim was taking.
Taking. Wish I had a gun too. ¿Más? ¿Huh? Y solo tiene one shot. ¿Cómo hubo dos disparos? Porque una es pistola... No es que una sea falsa. No. Lo que pasa es que había dos pistolas y nuestro cliente disparó al... él dice que disparó al... Coño, al muñeco, al payaso y se llevó la pistola con él. Y la otra pistola se quedó allí. One shot and I know who to shot. One shot? Two shots?
It's quite visible in a photograph of the scene. Recall what we heard earlier about the victim. Magnify Grammarly's schedule. Every night at 11, Magnify took an IV drip for 30 minutes.
I can see the IV bag right there, yes.
Now look a little closer. Follow the tube down from the back to the end.
Oh, the needle's been removed.
Notably, it fell out when he was shot.
That must seem to be the case.
Bro, if you had one of those, you know that thing is taped to your arm and it's not coming off, no matter what. What the hell? It couldn't have fallen off.
When the needle comes out, the IV no longer drips.
Ah, you could just measure the remaining IV liquid.
Precisely. The IV liquid functions for our purposes as an hourglass of sorts. This is how the doctor determined the time of death. With the amount remaining in the bag, it was determined that the IV had stopped 10 minutes after the administration began.
Médicos tirándose de los pelos, sí. IV report added to the cold record.
And so it was, when I, Valant, entered that room. 10 minutes had passed since that horrid crime was committed. And this is proof.
Oh, well, Mr. Wright.
Did that seem important? Very important. Well, seeing how it is the biggest clue we have to the time of death, I would say it's very important.
Oh, agreed. It would be hard to imagine a more precise way to determine the time. Behold the power of arithmetic. Very well. The witness will add this detail to his testimony.
Sometimes the most magical thing of all. Here's the truth.
The water of life springs not eternal, the remaining IV liquid grows my innocence. 30 minutes required to administer full IV. From the amount remaining, IV stopped 10 minutes after administration began. That thing once moved from my vein and the liquid went in my arm and started to growing, like getting bigger because the liquid had concentrated there. Because I had it once in my life, terrible experience. I've had like... 1, 2... I have too many to count how many I've had in my whole life. I've been to a lot of hospitals in my youth. Did you notice the IV yourself by any chance? But yeah, like getting that thing out of your vein and then growing, oh, that sounds horrible. I'm so sorry, Mars.
When first I entered that room, the stench of gunpowder assailed me. Next, the mark of death upon my mentor's forehead. And then, his left arm lit by a rose drooping and wilted.
¿En rose? ¿White rose?
Its thorn that discarded IV needle. Knocked from the vein by the force of the shot. Luckily for you. If that IV had not been there, well, you might be a suspect. Indubitably so. I might say it's thanks to my lucky color.
Your lucky color? Garden Rose. ¡No! Night, no, esas palabras están prohibidas aquí. Ahora es cuando entra Vaniga en el chat hablándome en japonés y se pone a hablar de Garden Rose. Thank God I have a good health. Esta gente no ha estado en un hospital en su vida. No, no lo he estado.
Indeed, even today I wear it proudly upon my suspect self. I'm not suspicious, but it always without fail brings me luck.
Dios mío. Sebas, es el rey de amarillo. Bueno, el mago de amarillo en este caso. Dios mío. The king in yellow, or in this case, the magician in yellow.
Why, when Thuck and Balance won their first Magicians Grand Prix? Yes, the very one held by the Association of International Magicians. I was adorning this attire then too, and our trophy, he bust. Ah, what a day that was.
Garden Rose, jejejeje. No hablamos de Garden Rose aquí. We don't speak about Garden Rose in this chat. This one trip down memory lane that no one needs.
My lucky color, yes indeed. And that I be true. I say I think what I had, it was queued specifically for me, Valant.
That does seem to be the case indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, any thoughts on this testimony?
Alan sure looks happy with himself. Okay, how about this lucky color testimony? I mean, he says that... that's green. That's not yellow, that's green. Went there only for an operation because my legs are built crooked. Por respeto a la paz no se habla de eso, exacto. A ver, chat, ¿qué pensamos? ¿Que vio la bolsa y pensó, ah, claro, es amarillo porque la bolsa es azul? ¿O que luego él rellenó la bolsa a propósito? Do we think that he saw that bag of IV and thought, ah, yes, the liquid inside must be yellow because I'm seeing it green and the bag is blue? Or did he know it was yellow because he refilled that bag on his own after killing him? What do we think, chat? It certainly sounds like your lucky colors brought you plenty of luck. Ya sé que es la bolsa azul, pero quizás el hombre vio el líquido porque él lo rellenó, ¿sabes? Pero porque si lo ves desde lejos parece verde, quiero decir. That's what I'm thinking. Why is it blue? Ah, porque hospitales. De ficción de Ace Attorney, supongo. He knew, that guy looks sus as fuck. Why is it blue? Yeah, they are usually transparent. But not this time. Mr. Valant, your lucky colors betrayed you.
I'm not suspicious. I'm afraid you've lost me.
Your Honor, the witness's testimony just now clearly contradicts the evidence.
What? Please recall my warning at the beginning of this cross-examination, Mr. Wright. These accusations will be duly penalized. I do hope this latest accusation is well-based.
It should be transparent. Yeah, the fuck, man. Es para construir un misterio artificial, básicamente. It's just so we can have a mystery. This writer has never stepped foot in a hospital ever in his life. Don't worry, I've got all your bases right here. Not even a series?
Very well, let's get the defense's claim. Where is your evidence that contradicts what Mr. Valant has told us?
The crime scene tells all, Your Honor.
The photo of the crime scene?
All this talk of color has me yearning for black and white, clear-cut simplicity. That's all right. Just where is the contradiction in this photo?
My pleasure. And I assure you, it's quite simple. But I can't promise anything in black and white.
Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What in this photo contradicts the witness's testimony?
Valant Grammary. Let's get one thing straight about your lucky color. It's yellow, yes?
Kind of take the mystery out of it, but yes.
Something wrong with yellow, Mr. Wright?
Yes, there is. Decisively wrong, in fact. Take another look at the photo of the crime scene. Even Grey's Anatomy will do, yeah. Yeah, this was done on purpose to create a mystery, basically.
Oh, what's this?
Confusion, doubt. Tell us what your elderly eyes spy.
Even my elderly eyes can see a problem here, Mr. Vallant. Look at that IB bag. Look.
What is this? What foul magic?
I know, but it's still frustrating, yeah, I know. It would be hard to call this IB liquid yellow. And I'm afraid no magic was involved in the taking of this photograph.
No. I like a no.
Oh, rabbits. Bro. Don't worry, Your Honor, he's colorblind. Conejitos!
Order! Order! What does this mean?
This is some kind of mistake.
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. The witness's mistake.
The greener they are, the harder they fall. I suppose there's no substitute for experience. Valent Grammary, as you reminded us several times. Your lucky color is yellow, but the IB is clearly not.
Well,
this contradiction can mean only one thing.
and to think, you almost had me. I see your true colors now, Ace Attorney Phoenix, right? You are not Ace, you are bisexual.
Something you would like to tell us, Prosecutor Gavin.
Suspiro, ya. Te prometo que en el Great Adorn está todo mejor escrito. Te lo juro, lo prometo. Mark lo puede confirmar. Ese aparece está viviendo mi vida.
As far as this court can tell, the witness's testimony does contradict the evidence.
Oh my god, he's bisexual, I didn't know. Nah, ese es un headcanon más bien. Memes de Sonic Parody. A ver, es un headcanon, pero yo creo que es un buen headcanon.
Yes, a contradiction. One that I shall be pleased to hand right back to Mr. Wright.
How do you mean?
Oh, well, because the witness has made no mistakes. I agree, at a glance, the IB liquid does appear a sort of greenish yellow. But I assure you, the liquid itself is quite yellow.
Yellow liquid? How can you say that? As far as I can tell from this photo, it's green.
Yes, but what color is the IB bag itself?
The bag? You mean the plastic bag on the hook?
Oh, it looks like I want to say light blue.
Precisely. Figured it out yet? Put a yellow liquid in a blue bag and
you get green.
This, incidentally, is the liquid's true color.
Okay, so they actually had the transparent bag and just didn't use it for some reason. Headcanon, that's basically canon at this point, yeah. No, es una broma de una parodia de Sonic. Ah, sí, vale. Oh my god, he's bisexual, I didn't know that. Ya me acuerdo cuál, It's the canon headcanon. I cannot take it seriously, the yellow liquid bit, for so many reasons. Like the fact that Clavier is bisexual and headcanon, that's basically canon, yeah. se meó en la bolsa y dijo, este es el verdadero color.
Oh, I see. Your explanation does have the ring of truth to it.
Objection!
It's literally just piss. Drinkable. It's the penis rice all over again. As I thought. There's no substitute for experience, Prosecutor Gamin.
What?
You may tell a good tale, but you've just proven something rather grave. For you, that is.
Grave.
The liquid in the IB is yellow, yes. But how did this witness know that? It's quite unnatural when you think about it. You did think about it, didn't you?
Oh!
Your Honor, the defense requests an explanation from the witness. At the scene of the crime, the IB liquid appears to be green. So let me ask. How did the witness know the IV liquid was actually yellow? Pam 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 pam. ¿Quizás sea zumo de plátano? Phoenix se papea todo, sí, mírale. ¡Oh, I got it wrong! Le he dado la voz de Clavius por accidente. I gave Valent Clavius voice by accident. Rey, pero ¿podría haberlo deducido igual que tú? Sí. Why is this a thing? Porque Ace Attorney en el pasado se escribía así. Ya está.
Order! 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 Mr. Wright, you will explain this at once. The witness clearly knew the color of the IV liquid. Oh, I'm sure it means something, but what?
I can think of only one possibility, Your Honor. The witness, Valent Gramarye, has testified that the IV liquid was yellow because he had seen it before, he knew the IV liquid's color. I think it's... I mean, yeah, like... Okay, sure. From the facts before us, the answer is clear. The witness knew that the IV liquid was yellow. Why? Because he had seen it before, but not inside the blue bag within the photo. He saw the liquid by itself in a clear, colorless black bag.
I suppose he would have had to, and I'm still not clear as to what this all means.
He may have a little experience in court, but watch out because in some years he'll have gay sex experience with your adoptive son, so don't bully him too much. The IV liquid was yellow, but because it looked yellow. The writer after doing that. Tienes que tener en cuenta que Shu Takumi en este momento había escrito ya la trilogía original en menos de como 3 años o algo así. Y le dijeron, sí, tienes que seguir escribiendo más juegos. Y él no quería, él quería terminar la historia ahí. Pero Capcom le forzó a seguir, básicamente. People die when they're killed. The yellow liquid is made of yellow liquid. Y luego los juegos 5 y 6 no los escribió él, los escribió otras personas. Puto Capcom, sí. People watch out or doctors will insert pee in your body. Ask yourself, why would he know if he didn't work at a hospital? That's where you'll find your meaning, Your Honor. I'm afraid I find nothing. But what if he knew the IV liquid skull? Leave the getting excited over absolutely nothing to our teeny booper fans, huh? Ah, yes. The floor is made of ceiling. Igual siempre tiene una opción de las 3 que es bastante fumada, sí. Buenas, que me he perdido. Bastante. ¿Qué hace Phoenix aquí? Estamos en el pasado. Literalmente se meó en Capcom. A mí no me mientan, sí. Gente, háganle un resumen ahí rápidamente. Básicamente, la niña que estamos defendiendo se ha desmayado por envenenamiento. Y hemos viajado al pasado, al último juicio de Phoenix Wright. Drogas, eso es lo que ha pasado, sí. That's what happened. A lot of drugs, basically. The IV liquid is the only evidence proving the time of death. A 30-minute hourglass with 20 minutes worth of sun remaining. Your claim, Prosecutor Gamin.
I remember it well.
However, there's a critical difference between an hourglass and an IV bag.
Wait, I know. An hourglass uses sun, but an IV bag uses liquid. I'm right. Right?
As much as it pains me to say this, Your Honor, no. Unlike the sands through an hourglass, IV liquid enters the patient's body. At which point, like magic, it disappears. However, what if the amount of IV liquid had increased? You couldn't tell, could you? After all, there's no way of knowing how much went in. Objection! Let me get this straight, her right. You're saying the witness watered down the victim's IV bag? Not with water, but with IV liquid. That's how you knew the IV liquid was yellow. No, wait. I should wait. Amateur such as myself as to perform such a task. Objection! Enters the person's body. Kinda like me with Christoph, basically. Y ahora estamos defendiendo a este hombre, ¿vale? Que es Sadie Enigma, es la víctima del primer caso. Es el padre de Trucy. Y le estamos defendiendo del asesinato de su maestro. Y creemos que lo hizo Valent, básicamente. Eso es lo que ha pasado. Basta con la pared. No. The wall will keep getting hit no matter what. Damencito. God, that old man is so ugly. Ew. Mars, please. We can't judge people by appearances. Unless they are the reporter from before. In that case, we can just sweep him under the rug. I'm an amateur too, but I can pour water into a cup.
I'm afraid there's quite a big difference between a cup and an AB bag, right? Can you prove our witness is capable of such a feat?
Oh, he has a point, amateurs. I at least would have some difficulty pouring IV liquid into that bag.
You don't need to be an expert to see the look on the witness's face. He added liquid to the IV to throw off the time of death.
I'm tired of these fairy tales lacking evidence.
Well, Mr. Wright, any solid evidence to bring us back down to earth?
Valant Grammary. I'm afraid your magic won't serve you well in a life of crime.
But I ask, what you're strongly suggesting?
Magic relies on props, and props become evidence. Our witness was certainly able to increase the amount of IV liquid in the bag. All he had to do was work a little magic, and the prop was...
The victim's syringe.
It's the perfect prop for the magically increasing IV trick, and easy enough for an amateur to use.
What kind of evidence is that? The syringe was clean, not a trace of liquid in it.
And don't you find that odd, Prosecutor Gamin?
What?
The victim had the syringe to administer his insulin shots. There should have been traces of insulin left inside. Well, Valant Grammary? As you pointed out yourself, the IV liquid makes the perfect clock. One that you could manipulate at will.
Look! I like the sow!
I don't like old men unless they look good. We got him, chat.
I do believe, well, with this being his first, that the burden of this trial has been a bit too much to bear for Prosecutor Gavin. I'm afraid that while there is doubt as to the amount of IV liquid in that bag, the time of death cannot be proven. And that brings our trial to a close for today.
Well, maybe I can squeeze an extra day out of this. I can do a little much-needed investigation work.
I see there are no objections. Court is adjourned.
Truly, there's no substitute for experience. Nothing lends one to the truth so effectively.
The bunnies look like Apollo. A Clavius le pegaron un paseo, sí.
A word to the wise. Underestimate the young and they will sift your feet out from underneath. In a way you never, ever expected. You see, I know exactly what you're thinking.
What is he talking about?
You see, the witness used the syringe to manipulate the level of the IV liquid. But there is no proof.
There's no proof he didn't do it either.
Yes, quite true.
Huh? He's admitting it?
Nor was this witness quite as decisive as I had hoped. This I admit. After all, why linger in the past when the future holds so much?
You have something in mind, Prosecutor Gamin?
God, this music turns me on so badly. Mars, please. Está escribiendo una mano, sí. It's a good song, I know. It's just that the term turns on is not probably the term that I would use to describe the song.
Proof, Fair Judge. I have another way to prove my case. With evidence, no less.
Oh, what's this?
This is the victim, Magnify Grammary's diary.
Diary?
After going...
Ay, Dios mío. Bro, bonk Mars.
After going to the hospital, Magnify began writing his memoirs, it seems. The story of his birth, his studying debut, and of meeting of his disciples. It seems he intended for the last chapter to end, quite appropriately, with his death.
Wait. That book doesn't say what the reason was, does it? The reason why his disciples couldn't refuse his last request?
Sadly, it does not. What's important here is on the last page. Apparently the victim wrote in his journal that night. Even after the IV had begun at 1 PM. 11 PM. Let's read it, shall we?
Bro.
Oh, this does appear to have been written just before his death.
Tonight's IV is in. Maybe the last. I leave the rest to them. The first should come soon. This journal may end here or it may go on, but not long. That depends on his hand. All that is left to mine is to lay down this pen. Bro. One show is better. No, you need a cold one, yeah. Are we just going to ignore the torn page there? Damián, por favor. No, dime... No, por Dios. Please...
The court accepts this into evidence.
Magnifies diary added to the court record.
Read the very last part with a particular care. This journal may end here or it may go on, but not long. That depends on his hand. Of course, by his. He refers to our defendant, Stack Gregory.
Ah, that would make sense, yes. He was the first scheduled visitor after all.
But look at what he said before that. This journal may end here or it may go on. It may go on. Magnify Gregory intended to write again. That is... Stack Gregory didn't pull the trigger.
Me voy. Goodbye, chat. I'm leaving. What the fuck do you mean? We are staying in family friendly streams, puedo decir de otra manera. La verdad es que sí. Okay. So. I think I know where they're going to take this.
I see the defense understands the meaning of this.
You are not ready for when Christoph Gavin comes on the screen. This is the last page. The diary ends here. Huh? What is this? Looks like a page was ripped out. Well, no, isn't that interesting? There it is. Mars, that was for you too. For your sake, I'll just censor it all. Mars wants both the brothers praised. No, it does not end there, you little fuck. Yeah, can we please move on? Chat, let's just move on. Let's just sweep this under the rug, please.
The victim's diary does not go on. It ends. I'm just choosing to ignore the last ripped page, you know? Because Magnify's life was brought to an end by the defendant, Zack Gregory.
I can take them both. Family-friendly stream, I said. Anyway, have you heard about the Wonderwall?
Order! Order, order! Prosecutor Gavin. Are you certain that Magnify Gregory wrote this?
There is no mistake in his handwriting.
Well, this does seem to be significant. According to this, Magnify did intend to continue his diary. Yet, if this diary ended here, which plainly it did,
then the one who pulled the trigger was the first visitor, Zack Gregory. Well, how do you like me now, Harriet? Still too green for your taste?
He's right about the diary being pretty clear. Still, I find it hard to believe that he would overlook such an obvious problem with his precious evidence.
well, Mr. Wright, the witness's testimony we heard was lacking. But put together with this evidence, it seems quite sufficient for a case.
If the diary is accepted like this, the trial is over. Maybe it's time for me to show them something. Enough fight. Don't make me get the water spray out. No, Phoenix, no! I mean, yeah, we're just going to show. Okay, so the logical reason, the logical thing here, right? The logical thing to do would be to present the diary and say, hey, there is clearly a torn page over there. You know, that's the logical conclusion. That's what anyone would say in this situation. Right? I'm left with no choice but to show my own evidence. No. No, por el amor de Dios, no. No, don't do this to me, chat. No, chat, I mean, game. Don't do this to me, game. No.
What? You have some evidence that overturns this diary?
Yes, the diary itself. Phoenix, what the fuck are you doing? Phoenix. Not only just Phoenix. Clavier, the judge, everyone is like, nope, we're just going to ignore that there's a torn page over here.
It's not too late to rethink this and avoid more embarrassment.
Very well. Please show us your evidence, Mr. Wright.
Incidentally, don't even think of showing us this diary I've just shown the court.
Huh? Eh? Why? Bonk, Phoenix Wright losing his badge privilege.
Now that we have come this far, I hope you have something a little more decisive.
No, you fucking idiot. That's not how that works. No, that's not how that works.
Show us evidence that proves the victim continued writing his diary.
Alright, I'd be happy to. The decisive evidence proving that the diary didn't end with this page is... the fucking diary itself. Are we stupid? Are we fucking stupid here? Yeah, no, but they want us to present this. They want us to present this for some reason. And it's very sassy. It's very sassy, the fact that they want us to present this in particular. It's like they want the player to... they want to force the players to make the mistake that Phoenix made, but they didn't know how to do it properly so that the players wouldn't get stuck. And they had to make this convoluted method, which is just not narratively appropriate nor narratively rewarding for the player. Porque es que ni siquiera debe ser legal. Bonk, nada de spam, Víctor. Y para empezar, está escribiendo el nombre mal. Víctor, no spames, por el amor de Dios. Lo digo en serio, ¿eh? I will start slut-shaming you if you keep taking stupid clavier. Shit. Bark, no. Bonk, Victor, thank you. Little canty slut, don't bully him because he's hot. I mean, that's probably the torn page, that's why. I mean, it is, but you know how this trial is called Phoenix Wright's last trial, and he was blamed for... Víctor, que no spames, por el amor de Dios. O eres Víctor o eres Damián en esto de Víctor. Tiene un cooldown el comando, por cierto. No sé si te has dado cuenta. First, take a close look at this diary. Note that a page has clearly been ripped out. Game, don't do this to me. Game, don't fucking do this to me.
Oh, what's this? I hadn't noticed that at all.
Bro. That's why we're still here talking about this. I'm assuming the page was not obtained legally. No, nos lo ha dado Trucy. The page was given to us by Trucy. And that's the problem. And someone gave it to Trucy and told her, hey, give it to the attorney. Víctor va con lag, no era su intención. No sé, es de género sentido común no spamear un comando en chat. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page.
Well, like I don't believe it.
Looking at this page, it's hard to imagine that the first visitor that night shot Magnify Grammary. Que no, Damiancito, que no es una excusa que tenga lag el PC. Nameless también va con lag y no hace esas cosas. No sé, no es tan complicado. Does $100,000 ring a bell? Yes, it does. That's the defense's position.
Wait, let me see that. What in some hill? Why, this is the continuation of the victim's diary.
Pam 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 pararam param param papam 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 papam. Note the torn edge of the page. It's a perfect match with the torn remains of the last page in Magnify's diary.
Great. Remarkable. Would you care to explain what all this means, Herr Attorney?
The diary continued after his first visitor came. Which means that the victim was still alive after Zack Gramarye left, leaving no one to take his life but the second visitor. Valiant Gramarye!
No! No!
Rabbit.
Oh, the handwriting too matches that on the other pages. This is without a doubt the genuine article. Order! Order! Order!
But wait! That's impossible! A tall man couldn't have written that!
Objection!
Finally! You just couldn't resist, could you, Herr Wright?
What do you mean? What do you mean resist? You basically forced me into this. Llevan como 10 conejos 25 palomas. Sí. Resist what? Presenting solid evidence?
Herr Judge,
Yes, Prosecutor Gavin.
might I request we put the current cross-examination on hold? The prosecution would like to call a new witness.
But Prosecutor Gavin, this evidence overturns the current witnesses.
I ask only to put it on hold. Please, when the witness has a very, very important piece of testimony to give. 5 minutes, no more. I promise, Your Honor.
Well, if you put it that way. Mr. Wright, what's your take on this?
Well, Your Honor, judging from his enthusiasm, we'll have to hear this new testimony sooner or later anyway. So it might as well be sooner. Estar guapo. Hey Ramón, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estás?
Then, though this is highly irregular, we will put the current cross-examination on hold. The witness may step down.
Ándate a la mierda, rubito asqueroso con ínfulas de fiscal subido. Vete a por agua oxigenada para decolorarte. Increíble.
Oh, Prosecutor Gavin, please bring the surprise witness to the courtroom.
I had a bad feeling just then. That ripped out page was too obvious. He must have known. And I should have known it was a bad sign all around.
Oh, holding trial with no audience is a first, even for me, Prosecutor Gavin.
I beg the court's understanding. But I had to make a judiciary deal with the witness to secure his testimony.
Reading. A judiciary deal?
The details of his testimony may have some legal ramifications, shall we say? I thought it best to contain the information to this room.
Oh, very well. And you are the witness, I gather.
Yes, sir.
State your name and your occupation for the record.
My name's Drew Misham. I'm a painter.
A painter, and you are somehow related to this case?
No, well, not per se.
I have one simple question for this witness. Mr. Misham, was it? Do you know what this is?
Oh, yeah. I know it well. Por entonces me olvidó que estamos en el pasado y quedé. Ese señor no estaba muerto. How is that possible? Have you seen this diary page somewhere before? Oh, yeah. I mean, I made it. You... what? You made it? Yes. You might call it one of my works.
The prosecutor's office received a tip-off yesterday. Illegal evidence has been prepared for the trial of Zack Gramarye.
Illegal evidence?
I initiated an investigation and found this witness. He painted to the world at large. The museum has another side, you might say.
Espera, ¿qué está pasando? Están despidiendo a Phoenix del trabajo. They are currently giving Phoenix Wright the pink slip, basically.
He is skilled in making perfect reproductions of certain things. Forgeries, in other words.
¿Este no era el asesino? No, este es el que se inventó las pruebas, básicamente. Y este era la víctima del caso que llevaba Apolo. Sí, el asesinado, pero que estamos 7 años en el pasado ahora mismo. We are 7 years in the past now, chat, so he's still alive. Forgeries?
Well, so we are to understand that this page here is...
If fake, prepared by a certain defense attorney.
His hair is bothering me, same. Hold it! He said the thing. I didn't prepare this evidence.
Oh, the attorney speaks. Something on this page, I presume. But what is he saying? It makes no sense. After all, it was you who presented this evidence to us, Phoenix Wright.
Por eso está Phoenix y Clavier Zorra. Vale, leches, ahora lo entiendo. I mean... Yeah, but if the page fits perfectly with the diary, then that means that the diary was also fabricated. And the fact that the diary was also fabricated means that you also presented false evidence, Clavier. But we're just going to ignore that. Okay. This close-up, yes.
Witness! Mr. Bishop, was it? Who requested this forgery? Who was your client?
That... I don't know.
What?
Most of my clients prefer to remain anonymous, even to me. I make the items they want and receive my payment. That's the extent of my contact with them.
But... There's no proof this is a fake.
It's a fake.
Huh?
To avoid just this sort of problem, I always put a special mark on my works. I can say without a doubt this is mine.
Mr. Wright, you have just presented illegal evidence to this court. My court.
It was careless of me. That's all I can say. Bitch.
Oh, hi boy. Here.
What is this?
I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important.
It was only a trap. A fatal trap.
Mr. Wright,
Yes?
do you have an explanation for yourself?
If I did, would the court hear it?
Probably not. Forging evidence is a serious crime. And presenting it in court is a serious mistake. A fatal mistake for an attorney.
Fatal too, perhaps, for your client, I fear. Tell me, what kind of defendant relies on forged evidence? The answer is quite clear. A guilty one!
Antes... Un segundo. Ahora vuelvo a coger el coche para casa antes de que el coche me coja a mí. Venga, dale. Bitch, what? Pero qué injusticia es esto. ¿Qué cojones es esta farsa? Clavier, calla la puta boca. Your Honor, wait. I understand that presenting forged evidence in court is a serious crime. But you cannot hold my client responsible for actions I undertook as an individual.
I am sorry, Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
Another close call, I dare say. If the prosecutor's office hadn't received that hot tip, everything would have gone the way you wanted it to, yeah? I even gave you a chance. Too bad you decided not to think before embarrassing yourself.
Forgery is messing with the evidence, so it's illegal. Yeah, because we haven't been doing that throughout the whole game, or like throughout the other games, you know? Nameless a pasé sin pegar a odiar.
I see no need for further discussion on this matter. Special witness dismissed.
Estoy pillando los cuchillos. Afílalos.
Mr. Attorney,
Yes?
could I ask your name?
Phoenix Wright.
Mr. Wright, I've seen and studied many people, but none like you. I'll remember you, Mr. Wright.
Although I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way. This trial is over. You have the right to find a new attorney and make an appeal. However, this court must...
Ah, Your Honor,
Yes, Mr. Thack.
there is one thing I wish to make clear. Today, in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. He deserves worse. He's the one who deserves to rot behind bars.
It is impossible.
I'm afraid the defendant is quite mistaken. I most certainly have the authority to declare a verdict on you.
Except, tell me, how do you plan on announcing your verdict? When your defendant does not exist.
Doesn't exist? What are you talking about?
I am talking about this.
Mr. Enigma?
The defendant's escaped! Find him, quick! Really? Close all exits from the building! On the double! He must not be allowed to escape!
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Is permission to slut shame clever? Permission granted. That day, in that courtroom, a miracle occurred. The defendant, Shady Enigma, aka Sakura Marie, did not just escape from the court. He literally, unbelievably, vanished. Right before the bailiff's eyes. No one ever saw him again. Not since that day.
This is the grammary miracle.
Thank you, love. No verdict was declared. After all, the defendant didn't exist. He went to buy cigarettes. That's how it happened. The trail of magician Sakura Marie vanished, along with him for all eternity. The mysteries that remained behind were all solved, however. But not until 7 years later. To be continued. Boof! Okay. Enigma, my job here is done. Phoenix Wright, but you didn't do anything. Boom, disappears. Dios mío, my goodness. That trial 7 years ago was the beginning of it all. This, I know beyond a doubt. Shut the fuck up, you little tip hoe incriminating good people because you can't win by yourselves, you piece of shit. Oh my goodness. Nameless chose violence. The diary part feels forced, it fucking feels forced. ¿Se siente forzado? No, lo siguiente. It's like what's the next step of being forced? That's what it feels like. Incredible. The mysteries of the past work their magic on the present. But you will soon be finding all of this out for yourself. Which of Magnify Grammary's disciples pulled that trigger? Where did the vanishing defendant, Sakura Marie, go? What dark truth lurks behind the forged diary page? And what about the girl who was left behind? I'm so... feel sad, man. I'm so okay. So not frustrated at all. Mason system. Eh? The past left us these 4 keys to unlocking the truth. But that's not all. There are 4 keys in the present as well. And when all the questions have found their answers, the final trial will begin. Masonería, el juez del PSOE. And now on to the second part, Matrix. But first, you must chase the truth through then and now. Think of it as a game. Juego, deja de hacerte una paja, por favor. Game, can you please stop thinking yourself smarter than you are? Please, I am begging you, it's not working out for you. I, Phoenix Wright, will be your guide through this game. That terrible trial saw me present forged evidence. Cleaver was manipulated here by enough bullying him if you don't know. Cleaver genuinely thought they were legit forgeries made by Phoenix, just wait before insulting the baby girl. It ended have finished when the defendant vanished. What became of me after that? As your investigation proceeds, the answer will become clear. Oh, and one more thing. There is something I must tell you. As Apollo Justice has his bracelet, so too do I have my own weapon of sorts. Magatama? Magatama! Yo, I have one of those. I am wearing one of those right now. Tengo ahora mismo el colgante que me regaló la Yaya del Magatama. Me lo trajo de Japón. Quiero uno, es muy chulo. Muchas gracias de nuevo, la Yaya, por este regalazo. Coño, si es lo del Zelda. My Magatama. What does it do, you ask? That I will have you see for yourself. Aunque tengo mis piedras más de 20. Nice. Well now, shall we begin? Use LB and RB to jump between the past and present. But let's begin 7 years ago, in the past. It is right after my last trial came to an abrupt end. Now that you know the game, let's play. Okay. The nightmare trial was over, and the new nightmare of figuring out what had happened had just begun. I wanted to wake up, to walk away. But I figured I'm the only one who could do this, probably. And besides, I had plenty of time. Thanks to the Bar Association Review Board's decision. It's hard to work when your attorney's badge has been taken away. Time for the endgame. Are you ready for it? Not at all. Let's jump right in. 7 years ago, detention center. Visitor's room. Oh, what a strange sight doth mine eyes behold. Excuse me? Two men on either side of a single transparent pane. Yet, it seems fickle fate has fit size, so to speak. The forger of fakes works freely, while the innocent languishes within these plexiglass confines. There's been no proof that I forged anything. No proof that I took the life of my dear mentor. Yet, this change cannot hold me for long. A stage awaits. And what, may I ask, awaits you? Little piano in a cold little hole in the wall. But since you're here, what shall we discuss? The shooting of Magnify Grammary for one. Who pulled that trigger? Valant or his partner Zack? Feast of time, finally he's coming. Shut the fuck up, Valant. Does that mean after this case my emo husband will appear? Simon Black will? Yes. Indeed. His partner vanished before the answer could be found. If I'm going to get any closer to the truth, this is the place to start. I have to hand it to my partner. He knows how to make an exit. That's talent. Yes, he made my attorney's badge disappear, and he never even touched it. Glory Spotlight always leaves someone weeping in the shadows. Yet his very disappearance is itself a revelation. Revealing what? The Grammary killed Magnify. It's as good as a signed confession. That's certainly been public opinion's take on it. I grow tired of my cage. And the time of my release is near. I must go and prepare. Planning on jumping back into the magic right away? As long an audience awaits, with bated breath, they will be Valant, and also... Yes? Now that my partner has disappeared, Magnify's repertoire is mine. Valant Grammary has a tradition to uphold. Is that true?
Seen in this light, the trial was quite good to me. Verdict or not. And you can pay for that kind of publicity.
Blackmail. The suspicion on you hasn't lifted entirely, Balan. My wife will come finally, yeah, well, I am normal about him. I know that you are normal about him, but please try to keep the keyword smashing to a minimum, if you can. I choose to keep the detective before anyone moves. I will go absolutely fucking well with him, just a heads up. After all, you received one of those letters too. You were just as obligated to follow Magnify's instructions as your partner.
So I was, but only Zack Grummery followed them.
Esteeming a normal amount when I see him.
Let us not speak anymore of who shot what. Now that my partner has vanished, the question is moot.
I'm more interested in learning something else, actually.
What might that be?
I want to know what Magnify had up his sleeve. How could he coerce you and your partner to kill him?
Let's wake up his sleeve. Perhaps you don't know.
Know what?
A great magician never reveals his secrets.
Wow. I didn't think it would be that easy.
The audience must remain forever in the audience, bathing in the reflected glow of the spotlight.
My Magatama, one of my most prized possessions, which I got during a certain case. It can show me the locks on people's hearts. And if I can unlock their hearts, they'll tell me their secrets. The Magatama starts it all. And the Magatama ends it. By way of kinda... No, Mars no. Mars, no. 7 years ago, District Court. Defendant's lobby, number 2. Didn't think I would be back here for a while. I don't want to remember that day.
Oh, do I deeply regret having to declare a verdict in this way? This trial is over.
Sip it. Yeah, we already read this one. Let's just skip it. Yeah, defendant escaped. Woohoo. You really got the asshole slat. You've got enough. When I came here on that fateful morning, I still had my badge, but now, like an amputated limb, I can still feel it itching. No! We don't have the badge! El inventario! No, we don't have the attorney's badge anymore in our inventory. Phoenix, tengo este Magatama que me ayuda a abrir los corazones de la gente y que me digan cosas. Yo, tengo este colgante de Agatamuso que cuando me lo pongo ocurren cosas muy raras. No looking at ugly old murderer. Where do I start? I don't even have the authority to investigate.
Hey, you there, sir.
Hey, you there, sir? Down on your hands, flat on your head. No.
What's the big idea? My ears.
No unauthorized personnel aren't allowed in here.
But that would mean all unauthorized personnel are allowed.
Zoink!
Mickey's! Yay!
I just say it like it is, sir, and it is seriously wrong. Thrown out of the precinct, lost my friends, and my girl and even my wallet.
Oh. We've met before, haven't we? On a case, 2 years ago.
No recollection of that, sir.
Huh?
For me, working on a case always is in the present. Progressive tense, sir. There is no past, there is only now, sir.
Okay, you're the bailiff, right?
Yes, sir. Count Bailiff Mike Meekins at your service, sir.
I've asked to meet with the bailiff at this court who let the magician escape.
Let me try to make this as absolutely clear as possible for you, sir. It was me, sir.
Oh my god, why is he so dumb? He is. But you were a regular police officer once, right?
Sometimes bad things happen to good people, sir.
What a silly fella. Something tells me it's a long story. Let's not go there. So, you were in charge of security at the time of the vanishing.
Dying over here. Oh, it's a hard knock life, sir.
It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. Run
Run out of the prison, lost my friends, my girl, and even my wallet.
Oh, pobrecillo. Guess I wasn't the only victim. Mickings. The last time we met, you were a police officer, right? In fact, you're still wearing your uniform.
Sir, I wish I didn't have to tell you this. But last year, Trilogy struck a racing star at the prison. I lost my case files 4 times in 3 days. They fired me.
That takes real talent, actually. They don't know what they're missing.
So here I am, sir. Forced to start from square one, a lovely bailiff.
But your uniform?
I took it with me as a souvenir the day I was fired.
That can't be legal. So, you were the one who let the magician get away that day?
I'm dying over here. Is that races among the court bailiffs full of hope? Then tragedy strikes.
Is there anything you can tell me about it? About Sakuramori's disappearance?
Oh, the humanity.
Oh, the misery. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Not enough of that. The magician's disappearance.
Why yes, I would say it was around 2 PM when I heard a commotion in court. I opened the door to see what might be amiss. The door slams open, slam, and some guy's face is right there in front of me. Face!
So, you saw someone suspicious coming your way?
Yes, and I, being a bailiff and little stunning, I gave chase. I chased that silk hat all the way down the hall, sir.
I have a diagram of the court building here.
Aha, there's cordon number 7. That's where I was, sir. All by myself, nearly a friend called to call my own.
He makes the yes. He does. Okay, and in which way did Sakuramori run after bursting through the courtroom door?
He went up like this and around the corner like that. So I, with no delay, ran after him with no delay. When I turned the corner, I saw that magic man run into the defendant lobby. Swiftly, I ran. Following him, I threw myself boldly into the room. Why, I remember it like it was right here, because it was lobby number 2, sir.
You ran into this room? I don't see any place to hide in here.
Believe it or not, sir, I didn't believe it. You're in this courtroom. The magician gone, vanished like a puff of smoke.
Honey, I'm back. Hey, Demencito, welcome back.
Except there wasn't any smoke. He was just gone.
That's impossible.
Yeah, that word. No, how many times have I said that word? Even the sound of it causes me indescribable pain. I'm dying. I'm dying over here.
Okay, I won't say it again, promise. But you have to admit, it seems difficult to vanish into thin air. Did you search the lobby?
I searched.
Why the pause?
There was nothing here at all, sir. That's right. Nothing was here, sir.
How can he talk so loud and still be hiding something? The vanishing trick. So, Thak was in this room when he vanished.
Absolutely, sir. I saw him with my own eyes. Nice. That red silk hat, that flowing cape. He ran right in here, right inside this room.
Silk hat, cape? That's Thak, alright. I mean, he was pink, not red, to be honest.
Ah, sir, look at the room. There's not a single place to hide. Sir, there was nothing I could do, but nothing, sir.
What about now? Have any ideas?
Sir! Ideas about what exactly, sir, if you don't mind me asking?
You've had quite a bit of time since then. Tiene una funda de Mickey Mouse. He is Mickey Mouse. Yes. Has nothing occurred to you at all? Sí, es un amuleto japonés. Do you have any idea what trick he might have used to disappear like that? Es como una especie de amuleto japonés. Psyche locks. I should have known. I still don't have enough information. Seven years ago, right in Colo offices.
Oh, morning, Daddy.
Ah, I'm so glad you came.
You okay, Daddy? They picking on you.
I am fine as always. This old boy here is to help me after all.
That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on.
Thanks. My first show today, after all.
Se me cayó un ídolo. ¿Cómo que tiene Psyche locks? Me pensaba que era un cosito colgado con una funda de teléfono o algo. Nah. Wow. What if Trucy used Mr. Hat to make Mickens believe that she was Zack? And then Zack hid in courtroom lobby number 1 instead. ¿Y si fue Trucy la que usó al señor sombrero para fingir que era Zack y se metió bajo el sofá luego? I mean, we have already seen her. Posible. Es que ya le hemos visto usar ese truco antes, en el caso 2, o el 3 creo que fue. Que usó al señor sombrero para fingir que era alguien, o otra persona, ¿sabes? Los japoneses tienen muchos amuletos, y son muy específicos con algunos, exacto. 2 weeks have passed since then. I called her into my office. Oh. Lucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. Dark, what did we talk about? Don't make assumptions. I will. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So I was wondering if you wanted to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. It's attorney after all. It's predictable. Yeah, I guess. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you would like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird.
Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you.
Huh? Really?
So, if I stay here, does that mean you will be my family?
Huh? I guess so. Getting weirder.
Mr. Attorney.
Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Oh, Nick. Just like with Maya. Or you can call me Daddy if you would like. It doesn't have to be today or anything.
Okay, say Daddy.
That was quick. Volví a volver, ahora en mi PC, nice. Nick es como le llamaba Maya, que era como su antigua amiga, y la medium es como le llamaba Phoenix de casual. Oh Dios, aquí un lag, qué bendición, nice.
If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So, thanks, Daddy.
Ah,
Oh, and this office, it's little blah. Little color goes a long way, you know.
ah.
Oh, and Daddy, you got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. I'll make it through this.
Trucy, how old are you?
Oh, I'm 8.
Bro.
But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me, and you will do just fine, Daddy.
Sí, su amiga Maya le llamaba Nick. Miles, tell your himbo-fake husband to stop adopting traumatized children just because. Yeah. Such a boss. Ah, thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? The office.
So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right?
You could at least kind of look at side or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy, you always used to talk about that.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. No, it just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at that school that way.
Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know how much anything other than law. Or even much about law if you were to ask some people.
Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead.
You mean like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent?
You've got me, don't you? I'm a professional.
A professional?
Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramarye.
Directly descended. He's your father.
Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright too.
I think an 8-year-old just massaged my ego. Trilogy Wright, Magician at Law. Jodó con la zagala, no sé si para adelante ni nada. Como que la niña se han juicios a los 15. ¿Qué hace con Apolo? He wears the pants in the father-daughter relationship. He dealt with Maya, Emma, Pearl, Trilogy, Apollo, and Athena. I think that's enough children for you, Phoenix. Nah. It's never enough children. Le acabo de hacer pat-pat con el cursor en la cabeza. Yo siendo wholesome. Es que se lo merece la niña. Daddy. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy? Zach Gramarye.
Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy.
Which daddy was that again? Gee, Trilogy, how come Saturn lets you have 2 daddies?
That is so amazing. The biggest star of True Gramarye, and they're big.
The Gramaryes. They were on television a lot. Haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it.
Big magic happens when you put Zach and Gramarye together, you know. Once they made a giant waterfall, right there on the stage. And this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall.
Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top?
I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic.
I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. I can call him Daddy too if he wants. Bro, Mars, no! That's not very straight of you, Nick. Mars is unchained, true. Having a daughter with another man.
I wonder what will happen to me with Daddy and Mommy both gone.
Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother.
But I have my magic. And a great daddy, even if he's unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay.
I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. So, Trucy, you are a professional? Mommy issues, daddy issues. Having a daughter with another man. ¿Por qué lo dijiste así? No lo sé. Sí, no, there is no mommy.
Yes, it's kinda like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs.
They say that?
I always thought it was funny though.
What was?
When baby frogs got called tadpoles. Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid.
Right, so in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy.
That's right. Well, what's your trick?
You are going to do a magic trick? Please show me. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it after all.
That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes! Ta-da!
There he is.
Hey folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say it's good to be seen.
Whoa, that was startling.
Amazing, Mr. Hat. Isn't he great?
You can see her moving the thing. She's not as experienced as she is in the present.
Your friendly neighborhood, Mr. Hat, at your service.
He certainly makes an impression. Se nota que mueve el brazo para hacerlo articular, pero en el presente no lo hace porque ella es una experta. Oh, that's a cute detail. I love that.
Doesn't he? I'm so glad you like him, Daddy.
Oh, my routines will get a bit heady at times. Oh, get it? Heady.
My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. ¿Spider-Man? The amazing Mr. Hat added to the core record. Pero de hablar lo hace genial, no sé cómo se llama. Eso es... iba a decir sonambulismo, pero no es eso. Es ventrílocuo, ¿no? Mami. Could you tell me about your mommy, if it's okay?
Mommy was so pretty. He was like an angel up on stage.
On stage? You mean with your daddy?
Yep. He was always there with Zack and Balan, smiling. But then she went away.
Went away.
It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished and I guess she didn't know how to get back.
Maybe so.
I cried then a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here.
Bro. That's not suspicious at all. This is your mother? She's beautiful. Sirena.
Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Grammary.
Bro. I mean, to be fair, at this point of the story, they don't know la Miwag. En este momento de la historia aún no conocen la Miwag. Eso de momento tiene sentido. Aquí tiene sentido. She is living a lie, true. And she is coping very hard. Poor girl, I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes.
Hey, Daddy, you want?
Don't worry. I won't vanish, I promise. Cut to Phoenix right in the present, going away for like a month and then coming back like nothing happened. Cortamos a Phoenix en el presente, desapareciendo un mes entero y dejándola a cargo de Apolo y luego volviendo.
Right, you can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan.
I guess all I rate us is a backup plan. To slog it added to the core record. I think that's probably enough for today. Basta, hice clipazo y no pude copiarlo porque no se me bugueó el Twitch. No. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that.
It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready.
Siempre cuando se acabe el directo puedes volver al VOD, te vas al momento del esto y lo puedes volver a intentar, el clip. Sí, eso, Nameless, no te preocupes.
The right talent agency opens tomorrow.
What? But are we representing anyone?
Me and you, that makes two, Daddy.
I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I'm no talent.
No, I'm sure there's something you're good at.
Well, when you put it that way...
You mean you don't have any tricks? No, all standbys. This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pockets.
Okay, I'll think of something.
That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy.
Welcome to the team, Daddy-o.
The team. Right. Trucy suppressing all of her trauma. It's fucking insane. ¿Esta por ahí se llama Mami? Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright. My daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. Típico de mis personajes. Mark, no. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Kind of fucked up that your light was an 8-year-old, you know, but like, you know. ¿Pero te das cuenta de que tengo mala suerte? Sí. Ok, chat, eso va a ser todo por ahí. That's all for today. We'll continue next time. Which will be next week, hopefully. Ay, mi mano aún me duele. My hand still hurts. So much. The pain. It hurts. So, let me... Vale, canon on, yes. We need to go to sleep, everyone. Options. Let's go back to menu. Let's save again just in case. So close to Christoph. Todo el mundo a mimir. Todo el mundo a descansar. Everyone go to sleep and get rest. Because you deserve it. And I'm proud of you. Alright, let me go back to the other screen. And in the meantime... Come on, you can do it. There we go. Hora de dormir, raga. No, bueno, sí. Estaba buscando el clip y vi un Sember antiguo. Tark, quedaste expuesto. Yo nunca dije que estaba oculto. I never said that Sember was hidden from view. Hay que saber el final de las 12 horas de Sebring. La paja paso. Okay, everyone, let's see if there's anyone we can raid today. Tun turun tun 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 turun tun tun tun. Wow, oh my goodness, 14 viewers. Thank you everyone for being here. Man, it's been a fantastic stream. Thank you so much everyone for being here. Gracias a todo el mundo por estar aquí. Sois los mejores, como siempre. Y nada, no hay nadie ahora mismo que esté en directo. Así que nada. Good night everyone. Take it easy. Have a good rest of your weekend. And I will see you all next time. Good night everyone. Bye.